So guys, we've officially started 2026 and now it's time for the first portfolio review. And we're starting off with a bang as I've at least recorded my portfolio sitting at an all-time high. And in this video I'm going to go over all the stocks I own as well as my worst performers and my best performers and everything I've been buying since 2026 started. Now getting into it, let's head over to Trading 212, which is the portfolio platform I use. You can see account value. I'm sitting at £12,132, up £141 in the last month. And then if we switch over to Snowball Analytics, we can see the month-on-month performance. Down in January. In January, we saw a nearly 4% increase, followed by a 1% increase in Feb. March and April, when Trump did his tariff business, saw drops, but then it was pretty smooth sailing until the end of the year. Not seeing much gain in November and December though. So the best month was July at 4.9%, which was profit of about £302. Worst month was March at £72. As you can see, the gains were more because throughout the year I invested more. So heading over to Trading 212, we can see all the positions I hold and if we're currently up or down. Starting at the top with the S&P, we're at a value of 5,600, up 7%. Visa, which is my highest single stock, at £880, down 70%. I am adding to this quite a lot recently. I plan to while we're still down. Then Procter & Gamble, £445, 3% down. Adding more to that. Pepsi was one of my first big stocks. I've eased off adding to that at the moment. It's at £410. ASML, which I could not buy quick enough. We're up 67% on that. And it was just unfortunate by the time I got into it, it started to go up, so I've had to slow down. Beachy, down 7% on this one, but I am adding to this again at the moment. Visa, got the JP Morgan monthly distribution covered calls list. I just add to that every month, only a small amount. Costco, 2%. UNH, up 6%. Realty Income, about evens, probably up on dividends. Palantir was a stock I got into early on when I started. Worked out good, but whether I should be investing into it, God knows. But we are up 77% at the moment. Microsoft, down 4%. So, and I am adding to this because I want this to be for them after Visa, my second biggest stock. Atos, which doesn't pay a dividend, had previously up 85%. This was again, like Palantir, probably shouldn't have got into it, but I did and it's worked out for the best. Starbucks, 8%. Main Street Capital, 11%. All these now are relatively small positions and I need to decide if I want to keep them or not. Novo Nordisk, that's one I will be keeping, up 20%. Altria Group, up 5%. Cork, up 4%. Legal in General, up 7%. Aflac, even. Dividends. British American Tobacco, 30% nearly. Degree Realty, down a little bit, 2.5%. Blue Owl Capital, which is one I've started recently. It's not bad that it's down because we can add some more, but we're down 4.5% there. Johnson & Johnson, shot up. Not adding anything else to that, but we're at 38%. McDonald's were down 1%. Lowe's were up 10%. MasterCard, which I probably need to sell because I'm in Visa, so it's such a small position. I could probably just sell this and add to the Visa position, but at the moment we're down nearly 7%. Rio Tinto up 43%. Chevron up 11%. No, these are really small positions. Lloyds Banking Group up 43%. National Grid up 15%. BP up 12%. Sorry, BP, that's a BP. BP up 12%. BT up 9%. Viva up 9%. So you can see we're up on most positions. It's just I suppose Visa's the biggest loss, 65 quid. But it's not a bad thing because we are adding to it. So yeah, so my biggest loss is Visa, which is well, on percentage wise it's very slightly MasterCard I believe, but for the sake of it, Visa's where I'm losing the most money. We're at £65 down at the moment, which is 7%. It's about, I mean, on the year it's pretty flat, up 2% for the year, which isn't a bad thing because it's, as I'm adding to it this year, I'd rather get when it's a bit cheaper. And then going to my best stock percentage wise, that's ASML, and we're up 67%, which is £151. And yeah, I mean, it's had a really good year, but I think I started to get, I can see, I started to get into it. Started in October, November really. Oh, sorry, no, I didn't. Started in July. Started to buy in July, August. So where was it? July, August. So yeah, around the £700 mark I got into it, and then crazy, it's gone off. But then actual value return, the S&P is my best position, and it's down recently. It's been as high as £500 up, I think. But we're up £390 on that currently, and I do add to this every week. So across 2025, which was my first full year of investing, I managed to invest £8,799, which works out to be £733 per month, which I'm actually shocked at as I didn't realise I was investing this much. But I really did try to put as much in as I could in my first year to set myself up for a great 2026. Now a quick look at 2026, so far I've invested £931 in January, mainly due to because I've decided to up my monthly contribution. I put some Christmas money in, and I had that £931 has been buying me mainly the S&P 500, as I mentioned, along with Visa, Procter & Gamble, Beechit and Microsoft. There's a few other little bits and pieces I've added, but they're the 4 or 5 main positions I've been adding to, mainly because they're down and the companies I believe in long term. Now, if you want to see what dividends I earned in 2025, then check out this video here. If you want to follow along, because there'll be more videos, monthly, weekly basis, please drop the channel a like and a follow, and happy investing.